So let's start with the future of oil. It seems that Gulf states now face a balancing act between maintaining their oil driven economies and embracing renewable energy. What do you think are the hardest choices that the Gulf leaders are grappling with nowadays?
Well, I'd like to start with something else, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Just take a look around your office where you're walking every day. How much of that uses oil? Most people don't understand how much oil is used in things like medicine, the toothpaste, and hospitals, and transportation and electric vehicles. Oil will be with us for a very long time. Think of vanilla ice cream. A lot of people like vanilla ice cream. Where do you think the vanilla flavoring comes from? Crude oil, distillates. It's going to take a while for transportation to shift from oil and also the thousands of other products that use oil. Food uses a lot of oil for fertilizers, for pesticides, and so forth. We can't transition as quickly as some people want. I've always run into people who say, stop oil today. And I say, okay, you want to impoverish the world? How many people do you think live now because of synthetic fertilizers? About 2 billion. They wouldn't be here without natural gas and oil. It's a combination of natural gas and oil. They go hand in hand in many ways. The toughest questions that the Gulf states have to look at is, how can you move from oil at the same time keeping your income high enough and your sovereign wealth funds high enough to take care of your people and not cause disturbances?
We agree on the importance of oil and that it will stay with us. But one question is that how those Gulf states could deal with uh, climate change activists, if we could say, and convince them that we're going to diversify our sources of income and also diversify away from oil, but we need to do it uh do it while also maintain our main source of income, which is oil.
Well, Essa, as we know, there are extreme prejudices against the Arabs to begin with.
Mm.
And a lot of people won't even listen to the Arab leaders when they say they're going to change the cleaner sources of energy. The head of the COP was the head of an oil company. So all kinds of people are screaming, how can you have the head of the COP, the head of an Arab oil company? This is not going to work. Al Gore is going through the roof. How outrageous is it that we choose this person? That person knows a lot about the environment and has done much for the environment and environmental activities in the UAE. Is it clear where the or Arab oil producers are going? No, it's not clear. But they've made some progress. If you take a look at the UAE and the Saudi Green Initiative and all kinds of things that are happening in the Middle East, there is forward movement. But frankly, in the West, they don't want to hear that. Many of them don't want to hear it. They want to hear Arab oil stealing money from the United States. First of all, we don't import much oil from Arab states anymore. Our biggest source of imported oil is Canada. Big bad Canadians. And I was correcting a paper, one of my students, who said we have to deal with our oil import dependency. And my correction to him is, what dependency? We're the biggest producer of oil in the world, and the biggest producer of natural gas in the world, and the biggest exporter of LNG in the world. This is not the 1970s anymore. We'll see how he reacts to that, but it's correct. If he did his homework, he'll know what I said. A lot of Americans still think of our relationship with the Arab oil states in particular, and the former OPEC, not OPEC plus, like it's still the 1990s. They haven't got up to date on it.